G'day and welcome back to Eduard's Model Bench. Happy birthday to me. So this episode is just going to be looking at the wooden deck, so let's get into it. Alright, so if you just head down to the model bench, see I've got the upper hull here and ready, so the upper deck. But I've also got the artworx wooden deck. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking at dry fitting. So for this, according to Mr. Houdini, I'm going to need a very sharp blade on my hobby knife and a bit of time and patience. Just looking in here now, I can see that's already been scored, which is a good thing. So I'll be able to run my hobby knife along that. And then what I'm going to do is have a look at the actual deck. Alright, so if I'll just get this little bit out here. Oops, just dropped out the anchor cables. So with this is the first time I've ever done a wooden deck, so I'm looking forward to it. I really am. Strange, yes. But this part here goes that way, obviously. So as you can see, on here you've got the rounded part which goes on the front of the turret, the rear of the turret there. But it also has all these little sections. Let's see if you can get it. Where the stack goes and all these little emplacement or shields for the anti-aircraft weapons. They've all got to come out. Or they don't, because I cut these parts off. See these raised parts here? I cut these raised parts off and photo etch would go there, I'd say. So let me just have a look at the instructions, because if I don't take those parts out, the photo etch will probably go on top of the deck. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever done a wooden deck, so please, if you know any better. Yeah, so it looks like, yeah, PE goes on those parts, so I won't be taking those out. I'll be cutting off these bits. Obviously have to cut off these ladders as well. There's ladders just there. Oops. Yeah, ladders just there. They've got to come off. So we'll have a look at all this as we go along. I'll just remove the hull. Sorry, the upper deck. I'll take away this part here. Well, as you can see also, it has a plastic backing on the back here. These parts already came out. That part there came out in transit, which is a bit of a shame, but that's okay. So I'll put this part away and we'll just make a start on this little part. So let me get set up. All right, so welcome back. I've got my old hobby knife here. This is my first one I ever had. It's an Alpha from Japan, but I have a very, very sharp new blade in. So what I'm going to do, I'll just zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. Oops. So as you can see across the top here, there is oh God, I hope you can't see my head. There is a bit of scoring. So it's going through. It's nice. Be very careful apparently when you're cutting with the grain. So just hope I'm cutting through the plastic on the back. Yes, I am. So as you can see. So that way, I'm not going to have all this extra stuff. So anyway, I will speed this up and we'll get to the end. Alright, so welcome back. As you can see, I've cut it out. So that's a bit. I've also cut out the stack, looks like part of the upper, or the main mast and the stairs, and this front part here. But if you have a look at it, or also on the actual midships or upper deck, I've cut out one side of these. So you've got the screens for the anti-aircraft guns. So I've cut those out. With this one up here, you have to be very careful because there's nothing but plastic. So there's no plastic after that, so you don't want to cut too much off. So all I have to do is cut off the sand off the remainder of this and it'll go well. But yeah, just have a quick look. Don't want to leave it on there, but the actual wooden deck fits perfectly. So yeah, it's going to be nice when I actually have it to put on. So anyway, I'm going to crack on with these, cutting these off, just show you how I do that. So I'll just zoom in. So the easiest way I do this is just make little sprue cutters, little vertical cuts. Again, being careful not to cut the actual deck. Obviously if you're using the photo etch, but keeping the plastic scribe deck, you just want to be a little bit careful not to cause any issues to the actual deck itself. And then all I do is just cut along as close to the bottom as I can without causing any damage. Like so. And there we go. There we go. That is that part gone. So I'll crack on with the rest of this and come back and show you when it's done. So I'll see you then. Well, g'day and welcome back. As you can see now, the deck's flat. Took me a good I'd probably say hour to get all this done. And that included making a coffee, my first coffee in ages. So zoom out a bit so I can get this in focus properly. So as you can see now, all flat. I'm working out whether I want to make the photo etch for the boats. If they're like that, they're going to be tiny, because these things are tiny. I'm not sure. Harry says they're hidden underneath the boats, but I'll make one and see how it goes. So there you go, there you can see the wooden deck fits perfectly over that. Now all I have to do really is take out a few little bits and pieces for the ladder wells here. There's 4 ladder wells on this deck, so you've got one there, one there, one there, and one there, and they're really, really detailed. Like, you look inside, you can actually see the ladders. So they're just not holes in the deck, so you've done really well there, Hobby Boss. Just one thing, if you're going to get this kit, Eduard don't supply photo etch instructions. I'm not sure if they do and I've just missed out, but I'm going to email them and just find out, because I don't want to keep on going with this unless, or if I can have the actual instructions, because it looks pretty, some of the bends and folds look pretty difficult, so I want to make sure I've got all those. But anyway, I'm going to make up one of these boat holders. Can't remember what they're called, but but yeah, make up one of those. Might even take off the burring around the front of the turret there, and I need to take off these ladders here, because I believe there's ladders for the photo etch as well. So anyway, I'll come back once I decide what I'm going to do. I might just give it a bit of a miss for the rest of the day, because I have to get ready for my functional assessment. So good luck with that, Simon. Be a great birthday present. So anyway, I'll come back when I come back, and we'll see how it all goes. So talk to you then. Well, good day and welcome back. As you can see, before I went out for lunch and my physical yesterday, which I passed, yay! I finished off doing the shields for the anti-aircraft guns. So took them off and sanded them. So really, really smooth, not any sort of raised parts. I also took off the stairs that were just here. That was quite easy. Thought it was going to be a lot harder, but yeah, nice and smooth. Okay, so welcome back. Decided I'd do the arse end, so the quarterdeck with the wooden deck. Again, it's a great fit. The guys that do this are amazing, to be honest. Really, really sensational. So you can see, yeah. So, oops. So I have to take off these ladders. This ladder's just here, 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 and here. Take those ladders off. I'm going to leave these boat brackets on. I have to have a look, because I might have to take off these parts there. And I've taken off the winches that were here already. I've got hatches to put there. Yeah, so I'm just going to have a look at what I need to do in the instructions. Just put this back in its little protection. So let's have a look in the instructions here and see what we need to do. All right. A few things I need to put on the side of the quarterdeck. I need to get C16 on both sides. I have so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take off the parts I need to take off. But I have winches on here, the resin parts, so they can go on. Not yet, but they will go on. What else have we got here? On the quarter deck that needs to be done. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take off parts I need to take off to start with. And yeah, so once I've done all that, I'll come back and I'll show you what I've done. So I'll see you there. All right, so here we go. As you can see, the quarter deck now, or the forward part of the quarter deck, or the aft part of the midships, is done. All the parts have been cut off that need to be cut off. And we now have a wooden deck that fits perfectly. So I might get onto, obviously I haven't got that's why it's hanging down. So now I might get onto a bit of the other stuff, like the upper decks, and cut all the bits off there and dry fit the wooden deck for that, and we'll see what we need to do. So I'll be back once all that's done. Might be today, might be tomorrow, never know. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Well, welcome back. Been back from lunch for a little while. Went to a hobby shop, bought some styrene and some micro crystal clear to make some windows for the portholes on this lovely vessel. But since I've been back, what have I done? I've finished off doing the forecastle, getting everything off, and I've cut out the wood deck for the forecastle and midship area and waists. And again, perfect fit. As you can see, let's bring it up. Oops. There we go. Awesome fit. Got to cut out a few other bits and pieces just to have the hatches and everything put on. I've got to cut off the bollards on this part of the ship here, sorry, on the waist here, and on the starboard waist there. So yeah, it's coming along. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do now. I'm listening to a bit of R&B. I love R&B. It sort of calms my down moods. I'm in a bit of a down one today for some reason. Don't know what. Maybe it's taking so long for this bloody police clearance to come back. That's why. And I want to hurry up and get this all done and get this new job so I can get myself sorted out. Yeah, so I'm just going to have a look at what I'm going to do. I might actually, we'll put this back in the plastic as well. I might actually cut these bits off. So cut off these raised bits, because this goes together like so. And Mark the Aussie Frenchman and Harry Houdini have both said that the fold goes on the, the join goes where these porthole looking things are. So what Harry's done and what he recommends you do, so Jeff, have a listen to this one, mate, is cut off these sections, because this all gets covered with photo etch, okay? So cut off these sections and put them onto the upper sections, remembering, hang on, yes, yep. So leave these sections on and then cut off the other sections. Let me double check, I'll be back in a minute. So I've just had a look, and as I thought, we get rid of the bottom, make sure I've got clean nails, because we don't want Pete having a go at me again. Pete gets manicures every 3 or 4 days. You have a look at his videos, immaculate nails. Keep it going, Pete. Be you, boo. I can't believe I just bloody said that. But yeah, I really can't believe I said that. But yeah, so we get rid of these, but before I put the photo etch up on the top parts here, I'm gonna make the turrets that go along in these spots here. Because when I put this all together with the photo, or when I put the photo etch on, we want to make sure that it all fits properly, which I'm having a bit of trouble doing now. Yeah, so I'm going to make sure the fit's right. So I'm going to get back. I'm going to actually do the whole proper setup of the turrets with the metal bits, metal barrels, and yeah, so I'll show you one or two of those, how I do that, and then I'll either speed it right up or turn it off altogether. So yeah, I'll be back in a sec and we'll get this going. Okay, so I've decided just to do it off camera, but that's it there. So I'll do one, because I had to screw around trying to get the right amount of the right drill bit. So I'll just show you. So you cut off the barrel, it's right at the turret. I will give this one a bit of a shivers, bit of a clean. It's got a big seam line that goes all the way around it. All right. So do a pilot hole, as you do with all drilling. Woodwork, metalwork, plastics, modelling. Just want to make sure that everything's right, nothing slips out. Make sure your drill bit is horizontal, like perfect, perpendicular. Twist, twist, twist. We'll go through. There we go. So for this I'm using a, what was it? 1 point, so Nigel, not Nigel, he models almost as good as Jeff. So Jeff, I'm using a 1.2 mil pin vise bit for this. So write that down, my friend. Oops, don't drop them all out, which is what I've done. I have 8 here, so I'll put them on that. There we go. Put that there. Get the toothpick to put in the icky sticky. I'm using the medium icky sticky here. It just goes into the hole. Put that back. Also, get the barrel. If I'm teaching you to suck eggs, I apologise. But some people might not know how to do this. This is the first for me, so put that through about halfway. Like so. Check it up against the other one I've just done. Yep, that's about the same. Bit of icky sticky around the barrel and the turret. And there, ladies and gentlemen, is some anti-aircraft or close-in weapons. Taking the not so good plastic barrel and putting on a turned brass barrel, which adds so much to it. A bit of a better look. There we go. Looks a lot better than that, in my opinion. So yeah. Anyway, I'll be back once I've done the rest, and I'll show you what I've done. So I'll see you there. All right, there we go. 10 little guns, all done out. With the new brass barrels. I don't keep on saying it, but I keep on telling people that these brass barrels make such a difference to the actual guns. Excuse me, lunch is repeating. You didn't need to know that, I'm sorry. So there's 10. 10 is what Jason can count to if he's wearing shoes. If he takes his shoes off, he gets confused after about 13. So keep going, little fella. You'll get there. Yeah. So there they are, the 10 guns. So they will go. Just get the bits. Put my spectacles on. So they go these sections here. They fit very well, actually. Maybe because the guns are on a bit of an angle. We'll sort that out anyway. That doesn't fit at all. So it's perfect, that one. So that's how they go. And you can't really see it. But then it goes on top. Well, so there we go. Guns in, you can't really see it, but guns in there. Take my word for it, they're there. You see the barrel sticking out. So what I might do tonight is give everything a prime, all my guns. So I've got the 4 guns, or sorry, yeah, the 4 big guns and the 10 little guns. But there are other guns I need to do with these tiny, tiny little barrels. Let's see. Tiny, tiny little barrels. So I'm enjoying this. It's getting my mood up a little bit. So yeah, I'll be back. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of all of these. So then I can, actually no, I'll do that a bit later on. So yeah, so there we go. Anyway, I'll be back when I think about what I'm going to do. I'll put that on the right way. What I'm going to do next. So I'll talk to you then. Okay, so I decided I'd prime the all guns I've made. Unfortunately, I forgot to press record on the big camera, so you have to put up with my voiceover. Yeah, so just using the Mr. Surfacer Grey. Love the stuff. So I'll say it again, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Also to Jason and Peter, so Aussie Skull Modeller and Oscar Modelling, and also Aussie Modelers Live. It's good competitions Jason's given away, so you have to be in it to win it. So yeah, what else do I want to say? Oh, obviously comment. I do like comments, and I do reply to all comments. And like, if you like the video, please like it. If you don't like it, let me know and I'll do what I can to make it better. So yeah, that's about all I've got for you. So I just turn up the music, I can watch the rest of this. So I'll see you in the next video, which will be the next couple of days. See ya.